Morning, everyone. It's now Thursday morning and it's 10 to 9. And I am suffering from a rip-roaring, I think, abscess under one of my teeth here. So it's the dentist for me this morning. But, but you can't be in the cardiac game long before you restart a trivial amount of dental work under a tooth. And the next thing, he's got rip-roaring endocarditis. And next thing, he's requiring a heart valve replacement, and the heart valve would not sit properly in the annulus because it had been so corroded by the endocarditis, and now a terrible result. And the bloke was only 32 years old and there was nothing else in his history, you know what I mean? That's why I was so keen on you understanding what the meaning of the word annulus was, because bad experiences, but it doesn't incline you to go to the dentist for a very clear. Anyway, none of this has got anything to do with you. Have a great time over the holiday, everyone. I mean, I know for you crowd it isn't really a holiday because you end up going in. It's open all hours for you crowd, isn't it? But you know, I'm sure you'll squeeze something in over the holiday weekend. Now let's get down to business. Well, I detected rather a lot of hostility to the notion of taking poverty in as a risk factor for heart disease. And people offered me cracking reasons. I mean, well thought out reasons. I'm not arguing that. Well thought out reasons why poverty doesn't show up as a risk factor. One of my correspondents from the north, Carol, argued that okay, you might be poor. Poverty doesn't make you smoke, you know? That you can't draw a link between simple lack of cash and bad lifestyle. And this was a point that was echoed by Sarah, actually, that cheap ciggies in pubs is a feature of life in poor areas. Is that the fact that you've got no money, or is that the fact that you are more inclined to smoke? Well, you know, fair enough. I accept all these points. But the thing is, it still roars out at you from the statistics. It still roars out at you from the maps. Poor areas equal more heart disease. Rich areas equal less. And I'm not sure you can just blame the individuals at the bottom of this. I'm not sure that you can just say, well, if only they behave differently, these poor people, then they would get less heart disease. I'm not sure you can. I think there is something in all of this. No, I noted, by the way, that I never got any commentary on the Barker hypothesis that I went on about. And I was interested to see some of the comments on poverty from Guernsey, by the way. My impression from this side of the water of looking at Guernsey is that basically you have no poor people. That in order to get to live in Guernsey, you've got to be pretty well off. But this wasn't the mood music that was coming across in the reply to the discussion. As for the YouTube clip on passive smoking, and I asked you if you thought it may have been over egging the point. I could see that I was in the presence of true believers there, by the way, because none of you thought that this was exaggerated in any way, shape, or form. I don't think I would be surprised to find that you were all supporters, for instance, of the smoking ban. The reason why I asked you if you thought that this was exaggerated was that this goes to the heart of philosophical approaches to that type of advert. It is thought, for instance, that if you overstate the case, if you exaggerate the case, that people just stop listening. That what happens is that you frighten them into turning off, and then they're just not available for your message. And if you give a more rational messaging and advertisement, the actual point that you're trying to get across comes across rather better. I don't know. I noticed with only one of you, I touched a nerve that when I was arguing that men actually, in many respects, have worse lives than women, and that's why they get more heart disease, and that's why men die earlier than women. There was only one of you that really rose to the bait on that. I do wonder what the rest of you think. Why do you think that men get more heart disease? I mean, we offer this biological account that it's because of hormones, and therefore, but that doesn't get to the true issue either, does it? Because if you look at some of the figures, which I believe I put in the lesson there, if you look at those figures, you realise that a Scottish woman has more chance of dying of heart disease than a French man. We'll explain that on the hormonal theory, and many more chances of dying if you're a Ukrainian woman than if you're a French man. So there's something about the society that we live in, the societies that we live in, that have an effect on these statistics. But what it definitely is, according to one of my correspondents, is that men have more to worry about, and it's the stress of their daily lives. 14 exclamation marks underlying the point there. Again, from Guernsey, I took the point about atrial appendage. The atrial appendage, this is an important structure in a person's heart that people don't know about, even people who've worked in the business for years. And as you point out, this is frequently cut out in surgery because it houses clots which form when a person's developed atrial fibrillation. Yeah, absolutely. I did also, Guernsey, like that the definitions that you gave of preload and afterload. In fact, I liked them so much. I was wondering perhaps how much of these had come verbatim from other sources. I'm not making any allegations whatsoever. I'm not, and neither did I put the sentences into Google to see if anything showed up. Although I have done that in the past, though not with anybody on this module, by the way. If it was your own words, then kudos to you, Guernsey, because it was very, very well expressed. In fact, the whole thing on your anatomy and physiology contribution was very well expressed. I'm very, very pleased by the quality of the work that's coming in here, everybody. If you need to get in touch with me on anything personal, don't hesitate to send me an email. Or if you need to start talking about essays, then give me a call. Why not? I'm not there now till next week, obviously, because it's Easter. But, email is just as good. I check my emails on my iPhone on an hourly basis. So if you need to get in touch, but well done, everybody. I can see there's a lot of work gone into the replies that I've had this weekend. So well done, everybody, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye now.